Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mike the Baseball Guy. Today we are continuing in the series of Ranked with Mike, trying to push for World Series. I've been working on the Division Series program. If you didn't see the last video, I go through the program, all the cards, the fastest way to do it. We're going to be using some of those cards today. I'm almost done. I'm at 90 points out of the possible 100. So basically, I'm missing the Jordan and the Castellanos. We're switching up the squad from last time. Last time we were using more of like a God squad with all the best cards in the game. Today we're going to mix it up and just use some cards that I like or are a little more fun. So from the new program, we're going to go with the Josh Young at third, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. at second, former Blue Jay and one of my favorite players. We're going with Money Mike in center field. Not the best hitting card, but his defense is actually insane. So he will probably track down absolutely everything that goes into center. We're using Joey Votto, Canadian boy, and then Giancarlo Stanton at DH. I haven't really had a chance to use him much online, but the last game I had, he had two big home runs. Unfortunately, the second one didn't count as we got a dashboard. On the bench, we're going with Paul Goldschmidt. He's going to come in for Joey Votto if we face a lefty. Jeremy Pena. Ricky Henderson to add some speed, and then Matt Carpenter, who's kind of a nostalgic favorite. On the mound, last game we used Tom Glavine, so this game we're going to use Joe Musgrove. I figured why not. In the bullpen, we're going with a bullpen that's completely different than the God Squad bullpen. These are basically guys that didn't make it to the main bullpen, but I would view as secondary options. Now, on our wild card, we're actually using this Felix Bautista, not to flex, but he has been my best reliever so far this year, and it's not even close. I've thrown 17 innings, 32 strikeouts, and he's only given up 4 hits, which is pretty crazy. Gonna come in if we get into a high leverage situation, but yeah, let's hop into a game. Currently, actually, we're at 808, so I think from the last video where we left off, we were at like 680 or something. So I've been putting in some work. I did record a couple of gameplays that were really good, but unfortunately, I was muted the whole time. So definitely not happy about that. But hopefully we can get a good one here for you guys. Joe Musgrove, he has sinker, cutter, slider, curveball, and the changeup. So the key really is going to be mixing in and out, trying not to be too predictable. He doesn't have velocity that can blow you away. Hopefully we can get this play. Nice play, Gurriel. But again, early on, trying to pick up on some of our opponent's tendencies at the dish. And we will be doing the same when we go to at-bat. So based on his logo, and obviously given the ranking we're in, he's clearly over 800 as well. Let's try that sinker away again. He rolled over it with Yelich. Trying to look at his timing. He's late on the sinker, only at 93, so that's interesting. Let's try and work a fastball up and in. Obviously not an outlier here, but given his timing, he adjusted to that pretty well, though. And that's obviously a big out. Chipper is terrifying to face, as he has been all year. So we haven't shown him the slider yet. Been sticking a lot with a cutter, sinker, moving the ball around the zone. We're going to try and see again where his bat's at. And we'll kind of play off there. We've been pretty zone heavy, so I'm just going to throw this ball below the zone. Seems like he wanted it. Let's go cutter away. It's the third ball to the second baseman, but just out of reach, unfortunately, as he will reach with 2 outs. And Carlos Santana up. So I haven't used this new one, but the 95 from set 1 was honestly unreal. So could be pitching a little bit scared here. Wow, third ball to second base. Gurriel doing his job. All right, so pretty painless inning. Took a few pitches, swung at quite a few as well. 3 groundouts in a row, or 4 groundouts, I guess, technically, right to center. So seems like maybe his PCI is a little bit high. Alright, so pretty typical sequence here from John Donaldson so far. And blows us away with the outlier. So we need to speed up our bat. Seems like he's attacking us right away. Yeah, pound in the zone. Sinkers, four seam, sinker, four seam. He's looking for the four seam there. Broke in. Shouldn't be swinging at that. We checked our swing there. First time we see the curveball, so again, got to be wary of that slider, the fork ball that he hasn't shown us yet. He's just really shown us heat, aside from the last slurve. So, not really sure why he's pausing here. There's the slider. Alright, so he might try and bust us up and in, being careful of that. Went down and away, good pitch. Yeah, we were very early on it, waiting for the fastball. Oh, man, we get that slider right down the middle. Hate to miss that. Slider in. Probably goes to something slow here. With the slider again. Seems like he's doing a lot of double, triple ups. Keep that in mind. Oh, beautiful pitch. Backdoor slider gets us looking. Can't really do much with that. Alrighty, back to work with Musgrove. I'm gonna keep throwing down in the zone. Mainly for the fact that he was on top of it 4 times in a row.
Got him.
There is a ground ball to second again. Wow, kind of an interesting start here. Early on the fastball, so let's go right back to the slow stuff. Oh, definitely got under that one, and that's going to drop, unfortunately, with Blackman not being the best fielder out there. So yeah, if I had an Acuna or something, he probably tracks that down with the speed, but we're having some fun mixing it up with players this point in the year. Another ground ball to second. Wow, that's kind of... Thankfully, that's 2 outs, though, so we don't have to worry too much about the runner on third, assuming that we can get this out. So the slider, I'm throwing it a little higher because he crushed it in the bottom right there last time. I'll try and bust him in with the sinker. Oh, just out of the reach of Bo. Super unfortunate as we give up the first run of the game. I mean, other than the Cattell swing, though, we've been getting exactly what we've been trying to do. I mean, Musgrove is not really going to be a high strikeout pitcher. He's definitely more of a pitch-to-contact guy. We've got 6 or 7 ground balls, is it now? Just unfortunate timing being up the middle. So very late, but he made pretty solid contact there. I'm just going to work up just to give him a different look. And he's way under it. So, yeah, looks like he's kind of made a little bit of an adjustment from having his PCI on top of the ball. That was just kind of like an on-the-fly, just reactionary. We saw that he connected pretty well with the ball down in the zone. And like I said, I'm gonna... Oh, I can't pause here. Really wanted to pinch it with a Goldschmidt here, but it was a little bit too late on the trigger. Oh, that ball comes in pretty quick. Let's see what he does here. Maybe slider. Went back to the 4-seam. Unfortunately, we're under it. Even though we hit it to just to the right of center field, we are late, so interesting. Gotta be quicker on the ball. You can see the timing window there. The green is much further ahead. First time he busts out the fork ball and we're ahead of it. Really the key to hitting John Donaldson on Hall of Fame or higher is just really trying to time him up. Which, as you can see, I have been struggling with. Finally, we get a good time sinker, but Story is there for the out. Adley not the fastest down the line. Trevor Story's arm is actually pretty weak, so maybe if that was someone with like 75 speed or something, we would have got there. Wow, that down in and sinker, down in and slider is filthy. As you can probably tell, I haven't been very patient so far because he's just been totally pounding the zone. Up and in fastball again, triples up. Probably see a slider here. Might go to the fork ball as well. Wow, 4 in a row. Definitely caught us a little bit off guard. There's the forkball, good pitch. And struggling a bit out of the gate here, but hopefully we can start doing some damage as the innings go on. Really got to start capitalizing if he's going to triple and double, triple, quadruple up on the fastball. Same with the slider. He's done that a few times as well. Way, oh, looked like he was way ahead of it. He probably had his PCI in, which gave it the illusion that he was way ahead.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
All right, let's go sinker away. Let's try and get him to roll over again. Do not. Yelich, please get there. He does, barely. Yelich flies out to Yelich. And really happy he did not get on because, as I mentioned, Chipper is very scary. I'm going to try and pitch around him a bit. He has been taking, but he has swung on some borderline pitches, so we're going to try and live on the black here. Seems like he's reading our mind. Too late on that. So I think obvious move here would be going to the fastball, but we're going to go to the down and in slider.
Ball 3.
Seems like he wanted it. It's too bad. Go back to the fastball now. And he lays off. Really good eye by our opponent. Good discipline. Not the worst in the world, I guess. And that we just lay one in there. He's probably taken us Yahtzee. A little more aggressive here, going after Story. Way late on that fastball. We're going to throw this. Oh, missed my spot bad there. Thankfully, get away from it. I was trying to throw something slow, low and away. Give him a different look from the fastball. Oh, seems like he wanted it. Let's just go high fastball here, and then we'll go back to something low. A little too high, didn't take the bait. Alright, let's try and front door cutter here, get him looking perfect. Come on, Bo. Oh, too slow making that play. Unfortunate, because we kind of get the result we want there, but just out of the reach of our third baseman, and now we are in a little bit of trouble here. First and second with 1 out. Obviously going for the double play ball, which is why we're throwing the sinker. Let's show it to him inside. He hasn't seen that yet. Late on the sinker. I don't know if I want to triple up here. Let's bury a change up in the dirt. Great take. I'll go to that sinker away one more time. Chased it. We get a fly up. So 2 outs, first and second. Obviously not trying to let any more hits. Want to keep it a very tight game. Although we are facing Rafael Devers, who is also very scary. I'm just going to mound visit here for some confidence. Especially in a key spot like this. Don't be afraid to use your mound visit. You can use it once an inning. If you use it the second time, then just kind of like in real life, you have to change the pitcher. Forget what it is if the manager comes out twice. You have to change or something like that. Anyways. Rolls over it, just foul. Let's go change it away. Too far away. It's okay though, 1 and 2. We still have a few pitches to play with here. Go back to the outside sinker. He's been chasing it, and beautiful pitch. We get the strike 3 and work out of it. So able to keep him at bay there, which is huge, given how much we've kind of struggled early on with the bats.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Very early on that, so.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2. Ball 3.
Oh, almost caught us looking there with a, well, wouldn't have been strike 3, but he's going right after us there with the sinker. Moving my PCI way too far though. Good timing, but let's try and get somebody on here. Oh, that's a nasty pitch. Slider in. that a few times before. Ooh, man, a little too early on that slider. Really tough with John Donaldson. Even the slider comes in a lot slower than the fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Forkball there, low, saw it all the way. Might go high fastball here.
That's ball 2.
Forkball again. Likes doubling up. Ooh, fastball low, and he absolutely cheeses us. Oh man, this is tough.
Nope, outside.
I leave Money Mike in here just because it's my first time using
1
him.
ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, typically lefty-lefty. Our lefty-heavy lineup is not designed to face John Donaldson, put it that way. Dang, guys, sorry. Another tough inning here, hitting. At least on the pitching side, I feel like we've been doing okay, especially for an off-meta pitcher like Joe Musgrove.
0-1's the count.
Aside from that Ketel Marte hit, we've really been able to limit the hard contact, which is obviously your goal with any pitcher, but particularly with a guy that's more like pitch to contact. Stares at the cutter there, so we'll keep that in mind. Maybe able to go to 2 strikes, go to front door cutter. There's the hard contact. So we've done that. We've gone to the well there on the low changeup quite a few times, so not really a surprise that he was timed up on that. So if we throw it again, we will try and throw it slightly higher.
Inside, ball 1.
All right, double play situation here. Not a fast runner at the plate. Kyle Tucker is not fast either. Play to second.
He's
Oh
dead.
man, definitely should have just gone to first. Got a little too greedy there. Big mistake, but something you guys can learn from me. In that situation, just take the out at first. Instead of runner on second, 2 outs. Now we have runners on first and second with 1 out. Obviously not ideal.
Inside, ball 2.
He's being patient.
Ball that's
Oh,
outside.
just missed. He has a Yelich on deck, which is also another dangerous hitter. Looks like he's taking all the way there. We're gonna have to challenge him here. I don't want to load the bases. We get a ground ball to end the inning.
He's out.
Perfect execution on the changeup. It was in the danger zone though, so we definitely did get a little bit lucky there, and we were able to tightrope our way out of it.
On the tag. Out.
Late on the sinker.
0-1.
Dang, that slider's just dicing me up. This is the John Donaldson experience.
No ball, 2
Okay,
strikes.
it's early on that. Six strikeouts already, and we're in the 4th. There we go. Oh man, 106 exit velo. Hate to see it. Really liking the Stanton card though. I feel like they've been putting on some good hacks with him. I feel like he has a pretty good swing, and his exit velos do not disappoint. Kind of like in real life, I guess.
0-1's the count.
Very early on the changeup. We're gonna go fastball in. Seems like he was late on it. Gonna go slider below the zone 0-2. See if we can chase this. Does end up catching the zone. Gonna go sinker away again. He's rolled over it quite a few times. And swing and a miss. Nice. So he might catch on to that, but that's been a pretty good pitch for us so far. That sinker tailing away out of the zone to lefties.
Ball, that's out.
It's the front door there. 2-0, never love going down to chipper. It's under that changeup, which is really low. Could be overcompensating a bit for a lot of the balls he hit on the ground. But the fastball in this location
0-1.
He's late on it. Interesting. So maybe we're going to go to a bit of a rocking chair approach here.
That's
Through a
out.
changeup, then he's late on the fastball. Didn't really get any information there since he had a nice take. Let's go back to the changeup. Maybe he's early on this. Great take. Front door slider. Great pitch. He's late. So maybe he's seeing us all the way. Let's try and bust them up with the four seam in. Nice swing and a miss, and he was late on it. All right, so maybe we stick with that rocking chair until he shows us that he can adjust. We're going to keep trying to live on the black. He has been a little bit swing happy.
That hit him. First base.
Probably just lost the handle there on the sinker, or as a fork ball.
0-1's the count.
I think it's obvious we're selling out for the fastball. Kind of surprised he went back to the hard stuff there.
Ball 2.
Slider low.
2-1.
There we go. About time we got our first hit. So Kyle Tucker does have a good arm, but given that his momentum was carrying the other way, we're able to safely take third there with Votto, who has 62 speed, which is a lot better than Votto cards we're used to. They're usually in the 20s or 30s. So he might be getting somebody warm. It is already the 5th.
0-1.
I would gladly welcome a pitching change. Billy Wagner and Kenley Jansen. No surprise there. We've been struggling to catch up with the velo, so he's going to two guys with outlier.
0-2.
Kenley having the outlier on the cutter.
Ball
Yeah,
inside.
kind of knew that was a fastball. Been tripling up. There we go. Oh man, I'm just under it. Super unfortunate. Do we challenge this? With no outs and Kyle Tucker's arm, we're going to hold. I think that was the right move. I feel like we would have been out at the plate. Alright, so let's see what he does here. Yeah, he goes right back to the fastball, and we pop up. Oh, not a good feeling with first and third no outs. Definitely was a chance to strike. Fortunately, we have a flat on a pop out.
0-1's
And
the
he's
count.
making us look absolutely silly as we're selling out for the fastball.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Doubles us up on the forkball.
That's a ball.
Fastball there. I feel like he might come in with a slider. Oh my gosh, he did. Sorry guys, this is a terrible hitting example. Good news is, though, we've been able to keep him off balance at the plate. Late on the cutter and late on the changeup, so maybe he's keeping a bit of a slow bat to kind of watch our changeups, sliders all the way, so that's why we're going to the fastball. He was ready for it, though. It says very late, but based on the visual, looks like he went after it a little earlier. He's early on the cutter. We get a lazy fly ball. So again, looks like he's putting his PCI a bit lower, so let's put the fastball right in that same spot, but with the higher velo.
0-1.
Very late on it. Again, rocking chair here. Put him with the changeup way early.
0-2. And out.
Do we go back to the fastball is the question. Gonna go with that low and away sinker. Has served us very well so far. Lays
1
off.
ball. 2 strikes.
Good adjustment by him. Gonna try the front door cutter, but up in the zone. He's early on it. Go to that changeup again.
Ball.
Almost went for it. Go with the fastball in, but try and make it off the plate. He's under it. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna check out his energy. I think we're at like 85 pitches or 81 pitches through 6. Still decent. We're gonna get someone tossing in the bullpen. Let's see. Let's try out this new Brian Abreu. He has the outlier fastball, especially given that We want to give him a little bit of a different look, given that Joe Musgrove is a little bit of a slower pitcher. So that's what I usually like to do. I like to mix and match my starters with the relievers. Excuse me. Giving them a little bit of a different look. Don't want to go like, for example, like, I don't know, like a Jacob deGrom straight into like Rob Nen. I feel like it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Ball, that's low.
Alright, able to hold off there. Probably goes back to fastball here. There he is. We're late on it, sadly. Really overcompensating with the PCI here. And easy paints us one away. Nasty pitch. Gonna stick with it here though. It's only one run game. One swing can get us right back in this.
Ball.
Good pitch by him. Almost went for it. Looks like that low and in fastball.
Ball 2.
Almost backdoors us with the slider. Looking fastball here.
3-2.
Slurve low. Hasn't thrown that in a while. Get the slider in early on it, so he could go to the fork ball. Does. Wow, great pitch. It's too early on it, trying to defend against that outlier fastball that we have not been able to catch up to.
One and one.
Sinker in again. See if he goes to the slider away.
Ball 2.
Slider low. Good pitch. We're able to lay off. Probably goes back to the heat here. He doesn't. Slider down the middle. We're still late on it. Just fighting that one off. Get a piece of the slurve. Is it going to drop? I think it is. Unfortunately for an automatic double, if that stays in the park, we're on third. Right, Stanton. Got a fastball there, just too late on it. Slider in, lay off. Probably goes to the fork ball low here. Slider in again. Good mix.
3 balls, 1 strike.
No surprise he's pitching around us here with Votto on deck, but if we get another at-bat, which we work the walk, we're going to go straight to Paul Goldschmidt. He'll probably counter with Rob Nen, but that's fine. Not sure if I went to my bullpen there. Votto, Goldschmidt. All right, here we go.
0-1's the count.
Still getting diced. There we go. All right, guys. Thank goodness. It took me 6 innings. We finally get on the board. Sorry you had to watch through all those other brutal ABs. Nice try with the friendly quit. No thanks. You know what? That took me way too long to finally get my bat speed up there, but you know what? That's why you got to stick with it, man. Like, seeing a lot of sliders in, a lot of fastballs.
0-1.
Took us to the 6th, but we finally get it.
0-2 is the count.
So even if you get frustrated, always stick with it, especially in a close game. Never know what can happen.
He's out.
That's baseball. So yeah, I think that's something that hopefully you guys can learn from. Get the double with the clutch double with Yelly there. A lot of that was just a result of the auto shift as well. So a couple things I guess to take away from that hitting bottom of the inning for us. Don't auto shift. This guy's just being annoying now. We have to finish that thought off. Don't auto shift. And also with, you could tell when he was pressing pause, he's probably checking who's on deck. Stanton obviously destroys righties or lefties, so he's seeing that Votto is on deck, so he walks us there, and then we go straight to the bench. So another good example of how you can use your bench effectively. And Goldschmidt's basically maxed out for his lefties, so that's why we have him there. Alright, so we've been talking a little bit too much. We got runner on first with 2 outs, and this could be dangerous. Blackman, please get to that ball. Oh my. It's a ground rule double. So I think it's safe to say we will not be going to Blackman again in the outfield next game. If we use him, he will be being used as a DH. That's a couple times there that he hasn't been able to get to a ball. So, sorry, pause talking there for a second. Just wasn't sure if he was going to try and score. Just trying to time up a perfect throw. All right, with 2 outs, I am definitely going to be pitching around Chipper Jones with Trevor Story on deck, and I will go to Ryan Abreu in the bullpen. Looks like he's trying to be a little bit aggressive here, though, so we are going to stay out of the zone. And perfect result. So honestly there, guys, just a good example of having a read on your opponent. Although he did have a couple takes with Chipper, you can tell by those last few pitches that he definitely was trying to be aggressive in that at-bat, even though we had a base open. Not gonna do anything with that. Our opponent is definitely tilted here. Definitely cheesy going with the friendly quit, and then plunks our next guy right away. Obviously not scoring there. You'd have to imagine he's pretty tilted. Good timing on the slider, just didn't move our PCI at all, unfortunately. Let's try and see if we can do something with Josh Young here. He struck out twice. Got the slider there. I feel like I saw it pretty well, but
1-1.
so that sinker running away a lot. We're running into lefties. Close to it again. Probably something inside here, I'd imagine. Fork ball out. Clearly selling out for the fastball. Goes back to it again. Another double up. Works the count full. Triple up. And are we going to be safe on this one? Yes, we are. Solid contact there. I like Josh Young cards. There we go. Oh, just didn't get enough of it. It's going to stay in the park, unfortunately. Put a good swing on it, just a bit late. We had good timing. That's probably dropping in the gap for a double. We'll get Bo up now, right on left. See if we can get something in the gap. Try and score Young from first, although not necessarily a guarantee given the park we're playing at and his 57 speed. He's been a little bit wild this inning, so that's why we're being patient. Definitely nibbling a lot more after that 3-run home run. It's pretty typical. And we work our second walk of the inning. Or wait, was that maybe the first one? Sorry. Might be confusing with last inning. Alright, goes to Billy here, no surprise, left on left. And again, outliers, we've been struggling with it. Mixing it up though, slider, curveball to start. That's an out, just 2 beautiful pitches to start. The AB, nothing we can do with it there. He tries to go to it again. Yeah, to imagine that's a fastball. It's late, was expecting it to be a little bit high. Not sure where he goes here, fastball again. And we're going to get the runners going. Stanton on deck. This is in the zone. It was, but we're early on it. Go over the slider. Not sure my runners weren't sent there. That was way out of the zone.
He's
Good
out.
chase. Good pitch by him. Not going to make the same mistake again, walking us late in the game. Alright, so final few innings here. We are in the yellow energy. Santana, Devers. So I don't want to go to Abreu here just because I think I want to bring in Diekman versus Devers.
0-1.
I feel like that's his most dangerous hitter. And right on right Story's not absolutely insane. Whereas a lot of other hitters are at this point in the year. Try to front door that slurve. Lost the handle on it. Try and front door the cutter, see if he stares at it. Oh, just missed. Super unfortunate. We're going to go work the sinker back in. Haven't shown this in a little bit. Early and on top of it. Too obvious if we go to changeup here, I think. So we're going to go slider low and away. Hopefully, oh, beautiful, beautiful pitch. So, don't want to jinx it, but seems like we've got a pretty decent sequence going here with Musgrove. I think this is his last batter. We're over 100 pitches and with Devers on deck. But yeah, I mean, you guys can go back and watch it. Really no like formula, but that's the advantage of having a full 5-pitch pitcher. Just really with the guy that pitched the contact, you want to keep your opponent off balance and just try and read it to some of his tendencies. Also 6 strikeouts. Nothing to complain about there. So this point in the order, 2 Devers, Marte, Tucker, 2 lefties. Perfect time to go to a lefty of our own. Not surprised that he's going to pinch hit here. Goes to Miggy. Let's work the sinker away. It's late on it. Oh, he's good on it, actually. Interesting. Going in slurve. Totally different speed. He's way ahead. Definitely still seems a bit tilted from the last few innings. Seems like he wanted it. That cutter is a pretty good pitch from Diekman. It's so much slower than the fastball. We kind of try and tunnel it there with the fastball again. And then we're going to go low and away sinker. Or sorry, change up. Right on the corner. He's late on it, so probably means he saw it all the way. Gonna go with a fastball slightly off the plate. Missed our spot. And let's go back to the cutter down and in. See if we can get him to swing through it. Jumps out of the way. Go to the fastball. Good swing by him, fouling it off. Go to the sinker here. Unfortunately, we are really wild. Diekman a little bit tough to control and pretty bad input on our side. So have to be careful here. Obviously, a home run ties the game. So you want to keep something on the ground, but he's probably going to be very aware of that as well. Chasing the fastball up and away. Keep that in mind. Go to this circle here. Maintain that rocking chair approach. Early on it. We're going to hold the ball here since we're doubling up, make him think that we are throwing something else. So we're going to toss this in the dirt. Swung at it, does make contact, unfortunately. Did get a big swing through the slurve, so. And we do again, so. Yeah, pretty good job of pitching there by us. Obviously a critical point of the game in the late innings. We just need one more inning, and obviously huge that we don't give up a run there. So for the 9th, I am definitely warming up Felix Bautista, and we can. I'm actually gonna sit down Brian Abreu, and we're gonna put James MacArthur up just in case we get into trouble. We'll be able to give him a different look. Wow. I like I got a good hold of that, but off the plate. Man, I'm actually loving this Stanton card. I just feel like the ball jumps off his bat. So. Wow. Oh, our PCI was way low there. Great pitch by him. Just misses a spot. Early on the slider. That pitch combo is lethal. The cutter slider by Kenley there. Goes to the slider again. Early on it. Absolutely dices with the fastball. Just great use of different pitch speeds by him there. Oh man, ready for that cutter in, but just laid on it. Didn't get the PCA on it either, but felt like I saw it well. So bad mechanical move by us, but we will just focus on closing it down here in the 9th. I am leaving Diekman in here, lefty-lefty. That's why we have Michael Harris in center field. He's getting to that, while Charlie Blackmon definitely is not, which actually reminds me. So we're going to make a pitching change here, and we're going to Batista to close it down. Not only that, though, we are also going to... Do I have Ricky Henderson on the bench here? I think I do. Yeah, we do. So, just given how bad Blackmon has been in the outfield, we're putting Henderson out there. And then also, we're remembering that we have Yelich in left. So I'm just going to switch their positions quickly just to have them both in their natural positions, so they both don't get reaction penalties. Because as you know, if you put them as on their secondary, you lose 5 to fielding, 5 to reaction. If I'm not mistaken. Right, he's going to Juan Soto here. Obviously, this is pretty scary. But I am very confident with Felix Bautista. And hopefully we didn't just jinx ourselves there. That would suck. Early on the splitter. This is pitching with Felix Bautista. It's coming in so fast on Hall of Fame. Obviously the fastball outlier is 101, but it just, given his height, it just comes in so fast. So the pitch differential is just crazy. Sometimes, I mean, when I'm facing Bautista, it just feels like I'm guessing. Good eye by him. We're going to put the fastball in the same spot. Swing through it very late. Show him a slider in the dirt just in case he's being swing happy. He is. Final pitch of the game. We're actually going to double up. I feel like he's protecting against the fastball. There we go, guys. Batista gets the save. We do a pretty bad job hitting this game. But yeah, it really comes down to finally making that adjustment against John Donaldson in the 6th. Great use of our bench. Great use of seeing that our opponent was checking who's on deck. Only 4 hits. Yikes. We get away with one there. But yeah, I felt like pretty good pitching video for Joe Musgrove. Feel like he's not really used, so maybe a little bit of a fun, interesting video there for a off-meta pitcher. And yeah, I mean, let's see how far we got there, but 808, we're probably around 820, 825 after that. Yeah, 824, so 76 to go for World Series. Obviously, we were facing a bit of a lower opponent there, so that's why we only got 16 points. Yeah, I mean, we're going to keep grinding. We're probably like 6 wins away from World Series, so we're going to keep grinding, and that would be huge if we can make it. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more as we continue our push to that elusive 900 rating. Sub to the channel, like the video, that would mean a lot. Comment down below if you have any questions, and see you on the next one. Peace.